playlist. Oh, camera on. Hello. Alright. I believe it's gonna be shell time. I was gonna do shell earlier, but had to go do some stuff. Now we are back. I've had a plan for shell for the last like 2-ish days, and I could show you the fruits of my labor. Actually, nah, fuck that. We don't want to spoil shell. I don't know if it's gonna be good, but I've been spending a lot of time doing this, deliberating back and forth, because I came up with like probably 4 different lines for shell. And honestly, this one seems like the best line to losing 0 mons, but it's not entirely risk-free. Dreadnought is especially not risk-free, and neither is my Houndoom. But I think that with this lineup of what I have, it's currently the best lineup to probably get through this Deathless. Just want to check one thing. Alright. One last thing I just want to check. Alright. Let's turn this off. Let's focus up on shell. Make sure I have everything I want. So Chesto, Orin, and black glasses. The only thing that's up for deliberation is whether I should have Hardstone on my Dreadnought, which I can actually do a quick count real quick. No. Okay. This battle is really stressful, but if we can get through here pretty good, I think I'm pretty happy. Okay. Here's shell. Oh, shit. I need to stop myself immediately. I didn't follow my notes. Oh, that would be bad. I forgot one thing. This is one of the most important things. That would have been really bad if I went into there. Let's check one other thing. Yep. Okay. Showtime. Okay. Minus special attacking nature really hurts me just a little bit. Because had he have not been that, that's what I'm saying. Oh no, never mind, that doesn't help because we're gonna be using crunch anyways. hello there, HGD. About to do a very difficult fight in this game, and we're gonna hopefully do pretty good. Gonna need some focus, but let's see if this goes well. Alright, so let me just check. Everything's looking good. Alright. Mic unmuted, right? Cool. Shell time. So, right now this is going to start off with a Lapras that's either going to be using either Frost Breath, which will always crit, or Sting. You have a Chesto Berry on this thing for a reason. Now, we taught this thing Rock Smash right before this. We do not want to kill this guy with Ampharos at all. So the first Rock Smash hits. It's going to get him to -1 defense right here. Okay, we have a Chesto Berry and this is perfect. Ultimately, we'd like to be hit by Frost Breath here. That would be the best thing. We're going to click Rock Smash one more time. We want to see Frost Breath here. Frost Breath here would be really good. It's 50-50. Okay. He didn't miss this thing either. That's kind of ass. We were kind of hoping for that, but it's okay. So now here we switch into our Mr. Krabs. This just makes it a little bit riskier for later on. We would have preferred to see a Frost Breath here, but now we're going to see it right here. Now we're going to always outspeed and kill this thing with Brick Break right here. This is going to be baiting random move from Togekiss, I believe. Can it be baiting Draining Kiss? It could actually, cool. So the only move it cannot click is Mystical Fire. So we can switch into Togedemaru right here for 3. We are hoping for Grass Knot. It's 1 and 3. Draining Kiss would be second. Draining Kiss or Grass Knot would be fire right now. Air Cutter is the worst. Okay, that's the perfect one. So now he's gonna take some chip. Perfect. So now we can click Fake Out right here. Now this thing's always gonna be clicking Mystical Fire right here. We're gonna do a quick U-turn. Into our Dreadnought. Now we hope not to get crit, it's 1 and 2, but the less crits, it means the safer that this Dreadnought is going to be later on. Okay, that's fine. You know, it's expected. Now, on the Dreadnought, this is always clicking exactly Grass Knot. We switch back into our Togedemaru. Grass Knot is going to take some damage. Perfect. We are going to be clicking Fake Out right here. Oh, is that right at 50%? Hold on. I gotta take a look real quick. Oh, my health bar is not set up right now. Damn it. It's below 50. So Spark should always be able to kill this thing. I hope my thing is right. Trust the calculator. Trust that this always kills. Perfect. Okay. Hopefully this is gonna be slow kill from Rhydon. We're hoping for Drill Run here from Rhydon. We're really not hoping for always click U-turn on this thing. We're really hoping for Drill Run here. Drone would be great. Please no stealth rocks, that makes it a lot scarier. Okay, that's perfect. We are never dead to a Drone crit. Perfect. Now we outspeed and kill this thing with Octozuka. Okay, this should be beating out Delcatty. Okay, perfect. We're going to switch into our Dreadnought right here. And Dreadnought is going to need to clutch up and avoid some crits here. He got crit once already. We're hoping not to see another one. Okay. So we're going to first click Rock Tomb on this thing. It's not see crit, so max the crit can do is 52. Just keep that in mind. Okay, that should pop my Oranberry. Now we should always be able to 2-tap this thing with Razor Shell. Okay. Perfect. Now we should always be able to kill this thing with Razor Shell. Should be baiting out Vespa Queen. This is either attack order or HP. Oh no, this is this guy? Shoot. Interesting, that is this guy. Is it because he's seeing a kill with Zen Headbutt? I think he's always seeing kill with exactly Zen Headbutt here. So we can switch into Togedemaru to get some chip onto this thing. Perfect. So that's taking 12% right there. Alright, so we should be able to click Fake Out here, so now he would have taken full on 22% minimum. So that's 22, then this would be down to 38% here. So we're going to click U-turn. Alright, this guy's really got to clutch up here. Perfect. Alright, come on. I've seen you clutch these before. Let's clutch these. Let's not get the quick draw, quick claw. Unlucky. Let's see Whirlpool. Let's see Whirlpool. Okay, unlucky. Let's hit this range. Come on, hit this range. There we go. There we fucking go. Okay. Just one more Mon left. So at 47 HP, this thing's never clicking Power Gem. It's always clicking either Attack Order or Dueling Meat. What is Attack Order? Let me see. Just has a high crit ratio, so there's a better chance it's going to be clicking that. So our Togedemaru should always be able to come in here. That's unlucky. We wanted to see the contact move. Okay. So right now we can click Fake Out on this thing, get some chip damage. Now, are we ever dead to a crit? Let's see. We're never dead to a crit, so we should have this. We should have the win. As long as we spark into spark, we should always be good here. And we should be able to kill this thing. Let's fucking go. That went so fucking clean. That was so fucking clean. That shell was so fucking... Yeah, let's go. That was so fucking clean. I've been planning this fight for so long. I had so many different things I had to keep on scrapping this fight. I can't even tell you how many times. I had one iteration where I sent myself starting off with Pangoro, and I ended up with Diggersby and all that, but finding the Ampharos with the Rock Smash line, when I tell you, I spent so much time cooking that up. That was so fucking clean. Cool. Let's fucking go. Yes. Fuck yes. We're also really lucky he didn't use, what do you call it, Stealth Rocks. If he had used Stealth Rocks, we would have kind of been fucked there. But, let's fucking go. Alright, let's mark down some items. Alright, so, hard scales on the peach. Cute. Okay. Got that hard scale. Get the rare candy to the guy to the right over here. We'll get this smart strike. Fucking go. That was such a good fight. I cooked that so well. Alright, so that rare candy we got, and we can get the coin case now. And let's level up our mobs. Some mons here. Let's turn off the music and turn off the sound. Let's turn back on the music. Fucking go. Also, I can grab my other berry patch real quick before I forget. If I run to the fight, whoops. Oh man, let's grab these raspberry berries. Alright, let's fucking go. I'm so happy I found that cook. Alright, Ampharos, let's see what you end up learning. So cap's 35, so this thing's only gonna learn Heal Bell. Jump if we really want to learn. Yeah. Alright, Mr. Krabs, what are you learning? Not Krabby, Kingler. Am I on the right screen? I might not be. You learn nothing. Seadra, what do you learn? Nothing. Do you learn anything as a Kingdra? No. Togedemaru. You learn Zigzag. Ooh. Better than Spark, I would assume. Let me take a look real quick. That doesn't have recoil, right? Yeah. Dreadnought. What are you wearing? Orange Jawlock. Problem with this is, fight. Do you ever learn Crunch? You never learn Crunch, but Jawlock does get you to 80 base power, but this one right here, you can never escape. Like, you can't just come in and just use this. Like, you're prevented from ever leaving if you click Jawlock, which makes it inconsistent. I think keeping Bite is probably better. Oh, but the problem is it goes this Strong Jaw. What does Strong Jaw do? Boost biting boost by 50%. So this becomes 90 base power. This jaw lock would become 120 base power. Like 120 base power is so fucking much. I feel like just having a nuke is always good, especially with strong jaw. And if you're coming out on this thing and clicking it, you're probably using it. Yeah, fuck it, we're gonna take this. Houndoom. What do you learn? Dark Pulse? Interesting. What is this guy's special attack? Wow, so I didn't realize this guy was a special attacker. So it's kind of unlucky that we did what we did. I mean, when are you ever clicking fucking Smog? Never. Or that this thing is my special attacking nature, but what are you gonna do? Do I finally get Hatterene? I forget if it's 35 or 38. I think it is 38, so we don't get it yet. Pidgeot, Celia. Learns dual wing beat, let's go. What is this guy? I mean, regardless, we'd probably just be teaching it over, oh no, not over air slash, over whirlwind, probably anyways, but let me just see. Pidgeot is a, kind of a mixed attacker. What about Mega? Mega, oh, his special attack goes fucking crazy. But I don't think you're ever clicking whirlwind anyways. Hatterum, what are you learning? Or Hatena. You learn evolve at 38, but you can get Dazzling Gleam. Dazzling Gleam is pretty good, I think. Artillery, what are you learning? Ring out. I'm still bullish on this lock on, I feel like. And eventually this will be good. Basculin, what are you learning? Ice Fang, it's good coverage. What does this thing learn? It's Mold Breaker, so it doesn't ever get adaptability. It'll always be Mold Breaker. Basculin, let me see. How's his special attack? I think it's probably just always better than Bryan, I would assume. Because if the foe's half HP, you're pretty much always going to kill it with Waterfall anyways. And you have almost double your special attack anyways, so having this thing with Ice Fang is probably just better. Alright, I don't think Seismitoad evolves yet. Palpitoad. Evolves at 36, so you can get this thing for Watson. Where it would learn Earth Power. Alright, and then Parasect. This thing learns X-Scissor, okay. You can always reteach Bug Bite if you really need it. I've never clicked Poison Powder, and I don't think I'm ever going to. Because it can also miss. I'm also going to grab like Synthesis and stuff later on, so I think grabbing X-Scissors is probably better. Lombre we have to evolve. Okay. Carnivine, what are you learning? Fury, learn Leaf Blades, we learns nothing. Could always get Synthesis, but probably not worth it. Diggersby, what are you learning? Hyperfang? Could be worth it. I mean, at least if you learn Hyperfang, you can probably take it over this thing, I would assume. So you don't, the extra little temporary power is not worth taking a quarter recoil. Ursaring. You just don't want to evolve this thing past 48, I don't think. So you can get high horsepower, I would assume. Even though you could get to, you're going to probably get this thing with Earthquake anyways, but what does this thing learn? Nothing. Monferno, you're going to be evolving. Not yet, but I could use a thing. Blaze Kick is just always better than Flame Wheel. Lombre, what about you? You learn C-Bomb? What is this guy? Let's see. Oh, Ludicolo. It's a special attacker. So keeping Fake Out, though, is always really good. Magic Leaf's good for the next section. Having a water type move is good. What is my Ludicolo? Let's see. I have 12 attack, 19 special attack. I don't think you learn this. I think Cape Magical Leaf is worth it. For especially upcoming parts, I'm pretty sure, so you can always hit. And then Pangoro. So you finally learn. Oh, he finally learns a dark move. And Crunch. Let's fucking go. Now we can also learn Brick Break now, if we really want it on this thing. Alright, so let's go get Mirror V. Oh, before I did Lombre, I should have looked up, see if he learned anything different than this guy now. Besides, you get Hydro Pump just a little bit earlier, but I think getting Ludicolo is always worth it. Just get 10 Great Balls. Grab a Water Stone. Got Ludi. Perfect. I'm gonna like C-Bomb again, but I don't think it's worth it. This thing learns Giga Drain eventually, right? Really? Doesn't learn Giga Drain? That's kind of crazy. Let's take a little inventory real quick. So do we, how many hard scales? So we have 2 rare candies, 2 hard scales. We can use 1 rare candy if we need to get Infernape. Let me take off the sweatshirt. Alright, we could use 1 for Seismitoad if we need it. Let's take a little look at Watson real quick. But let's bring in guys. Let's go to Pokemart. We also have the Petalil. I have to keep that in mind. And if I need that, I can always bring that. Let's export everyone. So into the calculator, it looks like only Lombre is going to be home. Here. Alright, let's take a look at CRR real quick. No, Watson, what am I saying? Alright, so who would I have against this exploding dude? Promise you, it's just so nice to have Infernape for this thing. So pretty much you're always going to be bringing this guy for Fake Out into Overheat when I bring him, because I can actually just export right now to 36 Infernape. We would want to keep Mach Punch. Do we get Sky Uppercut? Let me see. We would get Sky Uppercut, so this thing would be Fake Out. Sky Uppercut. And Overheat. So then I would be -2 special attack. What would I be baiting? Is anything faster? I mean, this guy's faster, and he would out damage. Am I showing a slow kill anything? I wouldn't be showing, so it would be this guy for only Plasma Fist at that point. Do I have a Flame Body Mon? I don't really have a Flame Body Mon. Shuka is for ground types. Problem is all my ground types are obviously slower than this thing. What if I had the same thing as Seismitoad? How do you spell that? Let's see. So it would be level 36. It would also be Swift Swim, and it would no Earth Power over probably Hyper Voice, I would assume. Problem is this Grass Knot would just fry my ass. Damn, this guy takes... Why does this guy take more damage from this guy when I turn into a Seismitoad? Unless I did some calcs wrong? Interesting. Oh, because I think it's based on weight. That's why. Before I do anything though, before I continue, let me teach my Pangoro Brick Break, by the way. It's just always better than Karate Chop, I think. Because even if you crit with that, you still do less than Brick Break. Okay. I don't know who would take this guy on, because I'm used to having a Flame Body Mon. If I can bait out Grass Knots, though, then I could probably go Togedemaru on those Grass Knots. That would be baiting out close combats. this thing, if I was getting grass knots out, I would be able to get hit from that, take a 12%, do fake out, that'd be like 23%. And then he would be using close combat to get a little bit lower. I need something that can tank a close combat comfortably. Hatchram is not him. Alright, let's think about the rest of the fight though. Who would be taking on the Ampharos? If I can get Seismitoad in on a discharge, that would be good. For that guy. Who's taking on the Electros? Maybe Parasect, I would assume? I would assume probably Parasect. Parasect's really looking like the guy's gonna take this guy on. Who would take on the Lantern? I mean, if I had to, it would be Seismitoad, I would assume, too. Diggersby, not really. Might have to fish up some encounters. Let's put this guy in box 2. Let's put this guy in box 2. Pet Lolo. Let's look at that real quick. Kill Lil. Let's look at Lilligant. Let's get both Lilligants in there. Oh, whoops. What would Lilligant be? It'd be Chlorophyll. What level am I currently? 22, so this would be going up to 35. If it was regular Lilligant, this is the special attacking one, so you'd probably get that energy ball. This would be Leaf Blade, I would assume. Or Energy Ball, maybe? Let's just say that this is Energy Ball. And let's say that this is Hisuian. How do you even Diligent? Oh, dash Hisui. This thing would also be tempo. Does this thing learn anything? Not really. So unless it's not really Ice Beam, you'd be able to come in on this thing maybe. Not really though. Ice Beam crit would always fry my ass, but I could always Giga Drain, heal back up, come with an Aspirary if I'm coming down anything besides that, so maybe that might be the solution. And who would be taking on the Rotom? Rose looks like she has a matchup, kind of. I still don't know how I'm killing this Zera Aura. This guy I'm going to fake out to overheat. It's always baiting out the Plasma Fist from the Zera Aura, which I can go to this guy, bait out Grass Knot. But once I start switching into Togi on those Grass Knots, like, it's not really doing much. At that point, I might as well just switch into Parasect if that was the plan anyways. But this guy gets the chip damage off on him. I mean, just pray for some effect spores on the Grass Knots. And then this thing would be going back to Plasma Fist. So I'd have to go no item on this guy. But I need this guy for later on for this guy. Unless I wanted to... I can't really go Togi on this thing. I could be trying to fraud this thing with Carnivine. Problem is, this thing also has leftovers too. So if I'm trying to fraud it with Carnivine, it's the same thing as trying to fraud it with Lilligant. But I can't bring both Lilligants. Unless I kept on spamming, like, this guy out for Giga Dreams. And after he's Drain Punching, I wouldn't be taking... I'm not going to be really doing much, especially if he boosts once. Like, he's just going to be Drain Punching and healing with his leftovers all of the damage I'm doing to him, essentially. This Pitil will learn... doesn't learn Poison Powder. At this point, I'm really not seeing a use for Togi, though. Not really seeing any use for Togi. So against the Zera Aura, we're just going to be switching between Palpitoad and this guy on the Grass Knots, essentially. Oh, we can't even effectively always bait that, because he could click knockoff. Sometimes. It's only one roll, I believe. No, there's several overlapping rolls. And those would start to add up, especially if I did have an item on this guy. It's really unfortunate. This would be good if I wasn't baiting out like any moves on this thing. Might have to cash in some encounters to help me out here. Let's just say hypothetically I did kill this Zero Aura with my Parasect right here. Or if this thing was minus defense, let's just say, my X-Scissors would be doing so much more. Because I could go into Togi, get the 12%, do the fake out, I'd be doing a decent amount. He would be using close combat once. We'd go into this guy right here, go back to Seismitoad, hopefully on the Plasma Fist, and on the Grass Knights, just switch back and try to get an Effect Spore, I would assume. So it's kind of bad. Especially because I risked this guy, and I need this. If I was going to bring this guy, it would be this guy. Let me see, where's Palpitoad? Palpitoad takes way too much from Dragon Breath. While this thing wouldn't be taking that much from Dragon Breath, we'd be able to come in on Discharge. Let's just assume this guy kills, and he's pretty low. I would always be baiting out Ice Beam from this guy. We'd have to go into Togedemaru. We'd probably fake out once, bait out Scald, go into Lilligant right here, and we would always Giga Drain into Giga Drain. Does this thing outspeed it? Yeah, that would be good. Right there. So Lilligant would kill this thing. This thing would always be baiting out Air Slash from this thing. Who would that be taken on? Why did I think this guy can take it on? At least I'm not seeing much other Rotom answers. If I can get in Ape on like a Hexer or something, or a Will-O-Wisp, I could always kill this thing. I just need a little bit of chip, where I would be doing, this would be 72%. This is assuming I'm not even going Wise Glasses, where I would be able to go and do 76% to this thing right here. So I would just need to do 25%. So this thing would be using Air Slash. I can go into Togedemaru quick. I can fake out right there. And then I would probably fake out. On the Hex, I would have to switch to this guy. Go back into Togedemaru. Togedemaru would just be taking a lot, basically. What if he was 31 speed? No, he's still speed tie. This guy would probably be using Will-O-Wisp. We could always fake it on this guy, go back into Togi, fake out, go back into Infernape, and then always fake out and overheat kill. Doesn't seem bad. How much does this guy need to be? We'd be beating up Drain Punches on him, which we'd be able to fake out into overheat if he gets below like 70, basically. Which basically means that this guy would just need a little bit on him. He would be basically coming out for this guy. I would just need like one other solid Mon. Who am I really forgetting about? I probably just need like one more pivot, really. Is Digger Speed like the pivot to bait out moves? Problem is, I'm not really scared of Thunder Punches. This I would be starting out with Fake Out. This would always be clicking Plasma Fist. He would switch into Seismitoad, bait up Grass Knot. First go to Togedemaru on this thing, Fake Out, and then go to this guy on the closed combat. Hopefully maybe get an effect sport, see how you can do. But he would be -1 special defense. And you'd be healing up so much from this thing. This thing could probably just take it on. We'll be baiting out Air Slash guaranteed from this guy. He would switch into Togi real quick. He would fake out him. Switch to this guy on the Hex or the Will-O-Wisp. We would take like basically nothing. Do I have another guy that can switch on the Hex or Will-O-Wisp? I'm trying to think, does this guy do actually pretty good at all? I feel like I'm like really close. Because I would be taking like 25% and then 25% again. So I would be taking about 50% on this guy. Would I be able to come in on this guy? I'd be able to come in on this guy on a Drain Punch, and as long as I wasn't crit, I would always be able to come in on that Drain Punch. But he would be healing up a decent amount, so I'd need to make sure he's around like 50% probably. Who would be doing that? That would be Lillian. What Hisuian Lillian? Problem is he could always coil, and then you're kind of just fucked up. Also, I would like something that could take a Dragon Breath, and then, what is Hatterene, by the way? I can't even get it, so there's no point in looking. But who can take the Dragon Breath pretty freely? Is Ludi him? Ludi can maybe be him just to bait out the, Discharge? Does this guy take anything else? Why did I not even consider this guy for, Lantern? Then this guy can maybe take on the Dragon Breath too? Just trying to think real quick. We're not even up to Watson yet, but just trying to think what mons I would really need. Like Infernape can almost clutch out a lot of these kills. But I can just always get it in. It's always the problem. Because I could even underspeed this thing if I wanted to. If I didn't need this thing anymore, I could always fake out into underspeed so I can come in. But then the problem is Will-O-Wisp at that point. Alright, so let's keep this team in temporary mind for now. But that means that for sure we're going to be at least scaling and doing all this shit with Monferno. And I think that has to be done no matter what, so let's do that right now. On the monkey. Okay, we do want to learn Sky Uppercut. Over low sweep. Then we're going to teach this guy fake out and overheat. Always a fire spin. Now we want to learn overheat. Over blaze kick, I believe. Keeping Mach Punch is always really good. There we go. Okay, so we're saving that. So we can remove Monferno from the trash, and we can just, I think I already have the right set for Infernapin, but just in case, let's import it in. And I guess we can do a couple of fights while we wait. So first thing we have is this level up Celia from this guy. Now I don't know why I haven't died to this fight yet, but I've struggled against it both times. Just level up fucking sick Celia shit right in front of the gym. So it's level 43, so it's just a level up moveset of, let's see it. So it learns Hypnosis. It knows Dazzling Gleam. There's Future Sight and Prison. How's Pangoro doing to this? Oh, Pangoro is not him. Houndoom? Houndoom Crunch should always be able to two-hit kill this thing, I would assume. So we outspeed it. And let me go Chesterberry. I always should be able to two-hit KO this thing. It would be clicking D-Gleam on me anyways, which I could always go into Ape and just fake out into Sky Uppercut it. I mean, I always just have Togi too. Togi can 2-tap this thing as well. Toge's probably just a safer option, I would assume. Who could come in on this guy just regardless? Probably Ludicolo at least to take a fake out. Oh, I didn't add on Modest Nature. Ability to synchronize. That's what I see about synchronize. There it is. Does it have an item? No. So Togi should always be able to kill this thing, I would assume. If anything, we have Ludicolo that can come in, fake out, do some nonsense. Houndoom can always do some shit too. Let's take this guy out real quick. This threat. Should put some ordinaries on. Or citrus. Angor we definitely don't want. Dude, this guy fucking hurts, man. I'd probably just Ampharos and Hatena at that point, just to be able to hit it. If I understand level up movesets, this should be fine. Okay, hopefully this is fine. So should always be able to click fake out here. We should be slower and be able to click zigzag. It makes it a lot easier. Nice. And this has a level 7 Zigzagoon right here. Should I do with the zigzag? Oh, it's like that. Okay. Perfect. Most likely going to be getting that low again, by the way, but we're just going to hold off on it for now. Unless we really need it for one of these fights coming up. Alright. What fucking trainer am I on? Come on. I need Pink Urchin. Or yeah. I need Pink Urchin. Okay. Let's get to some fights that we actually care about. I mean, I can always just fake out into overheat this thing and it always dies, because I do 14 plus 80, so that would be 84 on this thing. What would that be baiting? Well, I'd be -2 special attack. So it'd be baiting out acrobatics, but this guy would be unburdened with boosted acrobatics at that point. I mean, Togedemaru always comes in on this thing, I would assume, and just, oh, you can't fake out it, but We coming on those acrobatics. And he would take 12%, and we'd always be able to zing zap, I would assume. Or we can nuzzle into zing zap this thing. Hex should never be able to kill. Yeah. Would that be baiting? Probably just be baiting down the line, because that'd be pretty low, I would assume. Probably be baiting out overdrive from this guy, which I'd be able to switch into Palpitoad, and with a soft sand I always would kill. If it was baiting out Hyper Voice, who would I go to? I could always pivot into Dreadnought to then bait out the overdrive. Oh no, because we wouldn't be able to get guaranteed overdrive. Will we go Diggersby? We'd probably go Diggersby first, and then who's taking on this last guy? I wasn't calculating electric terrain. This guy would be fast as fuck. So if he was clicking Surf, you can just go into Ludi always, and then we'd be able to go into Togedemaru, I would assume. So I'd be able to get this little bit of chip on this thing. So what my plan is to use Fake Out into Overheat on this first guy right here. It always kills. Whatever. On this guy on the Acrobatics, that would be boosted from that. We switch into Togi. We would be able to Nuzzle into Zing Zap would always kill this guy. Be baiting out this guy for Overdrive. We can switch into Palpitoad there, and with the Soft Sand, always kill this guy. And then on this guy, let's just say he was doing a random move. He would never be clicking Discharge. We'd be able to go into Dreadnought and bait out the Discharge. Problem is Diggersby would be dead to max roll crit. I guess I could always go into Diggersby on this guy, and then how does Palpitoad do? Palpitoad's always dead to one roll of crit from this guy. Should find something better for this last guy. I mean, I guess we just gotta risk Diggersby by a 1 in 6. He would have to max roll and then max roll crit me. That has to be it. We'd have to risk 1 max roll into max roll crit. me see if there's something better on this guy. Because Ludi can always come in and bait out, get a quick fake out into this thing. If I can't really go back into ape. I can get this guy in on like a signal beam, but I can't even guarantee signal beam really. Togi could kill this thing with U-turn if I could get him back in, is the thing. This guy can't always beat signal beam, unfortunately. I mean, if I wasn't baiting out discharge, I would still be dead to a crit from this guy. Can I guarantee bait out Psyshock? I can on Ludi. If I switched it in on Ludi, I can always bait out Psyshock to go into my Houndoom. So I guess I don't need Diggersby then, because I'm going to fake out and overheat this first guy. This guy, bring in Togedemaru to nuzzle and kill him. This guy right here, if he was clicking overdrive, guaranteed we can switch into Palpitoad. Otherwise, we would first switch into... No, we didn't want to switch into Ludi there. We can come in on the Hyper Voice. Oh, that was where Diggersby was supposed to come in. So then what's Dreadnought doing? Dreadnought's not doing anything. So if this guy was Hyper Voicing, we would switch into but Diggersby isn't really helping to switch into the Hyper Voice. Well, I guess he was the reason to switch into Hyper Voice, that's what it was. He would, oh, but he can't switch in on the overdrive. That's why we had both, I guess. Well, Togi shouldn't be that low, I don't think. Because I should only be taking like a hex, so I should always be baiting out overdrive from this thing, especially if I go Citrus Berry. Which would be fine. So then, on this guy, when I kill him with Palpitoad, it's going to be probably baiting. It could be baiting anything except for discharge. We would go into Ludi with a Citrus Berry, I would assume, just to get out Psyshock, get this guy in on the Psyshock. Would be good. Who did I want as my backup then? Probably just Diggersby, I would assume. Because then we can always bring in Diggersby if I needed to risk that crit. Okay, that's fine. Check all the items real quick. So, Infernape would only be coming in. Infernape should never be realistically coming in. Again, unless we did anything so wrong. So I would assume we just go Citrus on him, just in case we needed to, for some weird reason, bring him in. Porcupine's always getting a Citrus. You're always getting, so you can kill this guy. Soft Sand. Ludi's getting a Citrus, because he's just there for HP. Does this guy need black glasses? No. I would just put a Citrus on him. No, you would want a Cherry on him, just in case he did get Discharge parried. This guy just always... probably Citrus. Alright, so let me think real quick, actually, now. think about it. Bring over the new sets. So this guy's gonna fake out, overheat, kill this thing. It always says minimum 14 into 84. He should never get anything up at that point. It's gonna be baiting out this guy for acrobatics. We switch into this guy right here. We're going to nuzzle into Zing Zap, which will always kill because it does 122 plus 32, which is 154, which is more than him. We're never dead to crit or anything. Should be high enough HP to always beat out exactly overdrive from this thing. With the overdrive, we can switch into Palpitoad right here, and with the Soft Sand, we would always just kill this thing with it. Then on this guy, he would be clicking a random move. We switch into Ludicolo. We would probably fake out. We don't even need to fake out. We would just be wanting to bait out exactly Psyshock, which we should, especially with the orange or the citrus berry getting us higher. And then we would switch into this guy. If needed, we would probably have to switch into this guy, hopefully, because he would never be clicking Surf. Hopefully it would be a Discharge. Now, we might have to like pivot around a little bit and see. It should always be good. Okay, let's go take on the first gym battle of this. Let's go full screen. Turn off music, turn this on. Check abilities and miss anything. Search for Punk Rock, Unburden, and Magic Surge. Okay. So turn 1, we always click Fake Out. Overheat should always kill here. Perfect. Now I should be baiting out Drifblim for exactly acrobatics. Raichu? Why? Why? Wait, why? Huh? Why is this Raichu? Oh, this is always Psyshock at least. Unless I'm missing something. Why the hell did Raichu come out? Because my special attack was decreased. Interesting. Oh, this should always be Psyshock, I would assume. Now I'm confused. Is that a bug? Perfect. Most that this guy with Surf can do is 78% with Heavy Cherry Berry in case he clicks Discharge and paralyzes. You're going to always click Crunch right here. We always love this. Perfect. This might be Overdrive from Toxtricity. Okay, so at 57 HP, he can never click Sludge Bomb. Should always be clicking exactly Overdrive. Should be able to switch into this guy. Perfect. Now, this guy's going to be clicking Hyper Voice. He can't do enough to me. Should be able to always mud shot and kill this thing. Alright, so at 48 HP, there is one roll of Hex that this thing could be seeing. But most of the time, it's going to be clicking Acrobatics. one single roll. We're hoping to see acrobatics here. Most of the time it's going to click acrobatics. Most of the time. Shouldn't be clicking hex here. Nice. Perfect. We're going to be clicking nuzzle on this thing. We never did to a crit. And we always kill this thing with Zing Zap. We could have just actually killed it with Zing Zap right there. But we're good. Because I was counting it before without electric train, but in electric train we always fry that guy. Nice. Okay. That was one good fight. I know there's a double battle coming up, but it's not this one. We have two more single battles, and then we have the double battle. Who do I want to be taking this guy on? Just the ape to fake out and overheat this thing, probably. Probably just want to fake out and overheat this thing, so I'll be at -2 special attack. Is anyone seeing it kill? No one's seeing it kill. This would probably be baiting out the Jolteon for either Sing or Thunderbolt. Problem is this thing has magnet rise. Well, you can't click Sing on the Switch, at least, is the best part. So, no, this is always Thunderbolt because we are Vital Spirit, so this would always be exactly Thunderbolt. I could bring out Diggersby if I wanted to so you would be pretty much clicking Magnet Rise most of the time, I would assume. We can just click this thing to Hyper Fang this thing. Thing would be using Hyper Voice, which I would be able to pretty much bring out Infinite if I needed to come back in and fake out this thing into Mach Punch. That'd be only like 40 damage, but I guess the Hyper Fangs would be doing enough. Let's just assume that he can take that out. So who would be taking on the Oricorio? That's going to probably be clicking Air Slash or Teeter Dance. I mean, I could bring Togedemaru, I would assume, come out on that Air Slash, bring that Berry so I can fake out into Zing Zap it. Probably do pretty good. If I needed to come out on Revolution Dance, I could always switch into this guy again and just bring out this guy, I would assume. Who's taking on this guy? Is this Palpitoad? Palpitoad pretty much comes out and he's him. Can Mudshot him? Does that make him slower? No. So I can always just go Citrus Berry essentially on this thing. And for this guy in the back, it's a pretty good ass fucking coverage. But I guess Houndoom would be him. If anything, we could switch into this guy actually and just fry his ass because you always just outspeed and kill him. Ludi's probably just good on this fight all around. I would assume it's like a come in and fake out and shit. Alright, this is looking pretty good. Let's see about items though. So let's get the Mons already. Him. So I'm gonna fake out and overheat this thing. It's gonna be baiting out this guy. Why would I need this guy to come back out, I guess? So you can frag out on so many of these guys. Just everyone besides this guy, so put a Citrus Berry on him. For this guy, I'd probably be going Chesto Berry. For you, you're coming in to basically take this guy, so you need a Persian Berry. If I need to come in on Revelation Dance, I could. How would I get the Revelation Dance out? If I went to Togedemaru. This guy can always take that one crit, right? Yeah. So I can also underspeed it. I can always slow U-turn into a if I really needed to. For Palpitoad, do you need a soft stand to kill this thing? Or why are you coming out? You're coming out to kill this thing, right? I don't think you need a soft stand. You can go Citrus, right? Yeah. This guy is also just a backup against this guy. We'd probably just go with Cherry Berry, I would assume. case you got Thunderbolt parried. And if we need to come in on Thunderbolt, we can always figure that out later. And then Ludi, just always a citrus. Okay, let's bring over the new sets. This might be my last fight because I'm falling asleep over here. Turn off the music. Turn this on. We got the right team, right? Citrus, Chesto, Prism, Citrus, Cherry, Citrus. Okay. So this fight starts off with a Focus Dash Prankster Volbeat right here. Turn 1, we are going to be clicking Fake Out on this thing. I'll bring Fake Out up to here. So always click Fake Out turn 1. He's going to flinch. Now, this guy has Prankster. He could use Baton Pass. I don't think he's going to, but he could use Tail Globe. Doesn't really matter. We're going to just always kill this thing with Overheat. Never have to worry about it. This is going to be baiting out Jolteon next, and this thing is guaranteed to always use Thunderbolt because it's the highest damaging move. Magnet Rise, we don't have a ground type move, so it will never click that. And Sing, we are Vital Spirit, so we cannot be put to sleep. Oh, it's Oricorio. Interesting. Interesting. I need to know why that baiting's happening. There's gotta be something I have wrong in my calc or something. Oh, because we low speed but out damage it. This guy, we outspeed and out damage this thing. Why? We underspeed it. Interesting. Well, this guy's clicking. We don't really change from the plan though. We switch into Porcupine here. We have a Persianberry on this thing. Nice. Take some chip damage on this thing with Fake Out. Cool. We're gonna always click Zing Zap here. We have a Persianberry for this. And just Zig Zap. Okay, let's not get confused. Let's just do this. Nice. So he's baiting up Jolteon right here. The same. Going to be clicking Thunderbolt here. We should be able to switch into Diggersby for free. Oh, we can use Sing. Shit. Good thing it missed. Alright, so let's use Hyper Fang here because it should be using Magnet Rise. Perfect. Should be able to get a Hyper Fang off. We have a Chestoberry for that. And Quick Attack always kills. Baiting out Galvantula. This guy's always clicking Giga Drain right here. There's no overlapping rules. You can always just switch into our Infinite, it seems like. And outspeed and kill this thing. Ends up Strika. What is he clicking? Let's see. He's always clicking Thunderbolts here. Switch into this guy. Click Mudshot. Most he can do with a crit is 42. Alright, easy fight. I need to know why this baiting is happening. There's gotta be something I'm missing. So I underspeed, but outdamage it. This thing outspeeds, but outdamages. Or underspeeds. I guess it's because we outdamage it with Sky Uppercut. That must have been it. This guy, we did not after the drops. And does that mean the same thing for this fight? I'm gonna ask the Discord why this happened. Oh, because this guy in electric terrain outspeeds me and outdamages me. This thing underspeeds me because of the unburden. It doesn't see it. That makes sense. Okay. Okay. I'm dumb. I think I could have easily thought of those two and I just didn't because I'm tired at this point. I have 2 more fights before Watson, but I'm going to call it there. Alright. Thank you all for watching.